Being abused, anger, and sadness all tie in together. Yesterday I talked about how it's not okay to kill yourself. I guess this more ties into that, where if you were abused growing up or you're abused now, usually you become the abusee later, where you're the same as the person you didn't want to become. I say usually because it's different from case to case. But it's very important you know these things, because without knowing these things, you just end up repeating the cycle over and over and over again. Whether that's because your mom and dad were alcoholics and beat you, or because somebody abused you in different manner, whatever it might be. I know these because my mother was a major alcoholic. She used to beat me and do things to me that I used to think were my fault. I used to blame myself for. I deserved it. I was a bad kid. I was stupid. There was always something. And as I grew up, I just believed those things because my mother said them. And my father wasn't really around. It was just me. And there was a certain point in my life where I realized if I didn't want to become the man that my father became, such as going to jail or addicted to drugs, or the alcoholic my mother became, or the abusive person she became, I'd have to change something. The problem is, I've changed a lot, but the anger that my mother carried, I picked up on. I have a lot of anger. Everyone sees me as a smiley, go-lucky guy, but when I get mad, you know it. And it's just like, few people have seen me get that mad, but the ones that have can tell you it's not a pretty sight. And actually, this is one of the main reasons I don't drink, because I'm scared to death that if I drink and get angry, I will probably end up in jail for doing something very stupid. But I've realized these things, and I've been trying to work on them. Work on the sadness, work on the anger, work on the hate I have on the inside. And one of the main things I've realized is you have to let go. I know that sounds way easier than it is to do, but letting go of that hate you have for those people is a baby step in a many, many steps that you'll have to take to move forward. Because if you're angry all the time, you're probably going to be sad, and that's probably why you're angry. I say probably because, again, you could be angry for many different reasons. But anger all the time takes a toll on your heart, takes a toll on your soul, takes a toll on you as a person. Hell, it takes a toll on the people around you. It's something that you have to consciously every day make sure you keep in control, and you find ways to vent it out, whether it's writing, maybe you're lifting, maybe you bike, maybe you teach. You have to find something to do, and you have to find a way to release that. If you're releasing your anger into someone else, you're just becoming the person you didn't want to become in the first place. Or you're releasing your sadness into someone else constantly. You don't know the trauma you might be putting on someone else who's trying to fix you or trying to help you. And when I say fix, you shouldn't have to fix someone. Maybe they have to change something, but fix is a tough word to use. But I guess I'll end with this note. If you want to be a happier person, and happier can change from person to person again, you need to learn to understand your faults. And I don't mean the ones that people say, oh, you're ugly, or you have stupid hair, or whatever it is. It's the ones that are actually physically hurting you. You're staying in that abusive relationship. You're angry at those abusive parents. You're now the abuser because you don't know how to hold back your anger. You're constantly emotional because everyone else is the problem, not you. Or there's always something. And it's okay, like I said, It's okay to be angry. It's okay to cry. Those emotions that are okay to fail. But if you don't learn how to control them, and you have those emotions and they're sporadic, you can hurt a lot of other people along the way. So it's okay to be who you are, as long as you're not the poison in the water. When you become the poison in the water, you become the problem, and you usually become the abuser in some way or another. So find your faults, the actual faults, not the faults that some douchebag or douche girl want you to change because they need you to be their idol or whatever. Things you need to change to better yourself.